What if the Avengers were comprised of the early heroes before the birth of the MCU? What if there was an early version of the Avengers? In today's highly requested Avengers fanfiction video, we will explore on the Avengers made up of heroes from the early Marvel movies, such as Punisher, Blade, Hulk, Daredevil, Elektra, and Fantastic Four, also including Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Today's fanfiction will pit the early Avengers against the almighty god Emperor Doom. Sit back and relax, and let's dive right into it. The Fantastic Four were tasked with creating a way to travel through subspace. The leader of the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, was creating a quantum gateway that would allow him to explore the other dimensions in space. As the quantum gateway was successful, Richard used it and stumbled upon a gateway to a strange dimension. He realized that this new space was fairly empty and unpopulated. This new space was known as the Negative Zone. As the Fantastic Four were traveling into the Negative Zone, they were being ambushed by Victor Von Doom. Doom apparently had his Doombot spying on the Fantastic Four in the Baxter building and overheard their plans to create the Quantum Gateway. The Fantastic Four then clashed with Doom and his Doombots in the Negative Zone. Doom told them that the Negative Zone had an omnipotence power in the form of a human being called the Molecule Man, and he was waiting for the Fantastic Four to create the Quantum Gateway successfully. With the omnipotence power, he would be able to conquer the entire universe. The Fantastic Four battled in a close battle with Dr. Doom. Doom evaded them and managed to grab hold of the Molecule Man. The Molecule Man was imprisoned in the Negative Zone, as he was deemed as a universal threat. With the Molecule Man by his side, Doom would be able to harness his powers, which includes warping reality and molecular manipulation. For some reason, the Fantastic Four saw that the Quantum Gateway was disintegrating slowly, and Richards told the rest of the Fantastic Four that the gateway was becoming unstable. They needed to escape fast, before they are trapped in that dimension. Doom tried to stop them from escaping, but failed. In the last minute, the Fantastic Four managed to escape into Earth back again, and the Quantum Gateway exploded. However, moments before the gateway exploded, they saw a bright light morphing into Doom, causing him to groan in immense pain. They saw Doom's entire costume turn white before hearing Doom say that he will hunt and destroy all of them. The Quantum Gateway then vanished, and the Fantastic Four were back on Earth. Richards told the rest of the Fantastic Four that he needed to meet Nick Fury as he was afraid of what Doom was capable of with his omnipotence powers. He stated that while the Negative Zone can hold him for some time, it might only be temporary, and they need to have as much allies as possible. Creation of Avengers. Logan, aka Wolverine, was drunk on the streets of New York. He was thinking of what to do for the night when he accidentally bumped into several thugs. The thugs rounded him and wanted to give him a good beating, but being Wolverine, he started charging at them. Before he could slash one of the thugs, he saw the thugs being webbed onto the walls. He looked up and saw it was Spider-Man. He told Spider-Man to leave him alone and that he will cut him to pieces. Spider-Man told him that it was unethical to do. Wolverine was angry at Spider-Man and told him that his nemesis Dr. Octopus was nowhere near his level. They both clashed in a tight battle, and Spider-Man, who was more agile than Wolverine, gained the upper hand. Spider-Man then jumped on Wolverine and managed to outwit him. He then webbed up Wolverine. With Wolverine all tangled up, he was unable to continue his fight with Spider-Man. As Spider-Man was about to make silly jokes of Wolverine, they both saw a bright light shining on them. Wondering whether it was a threat or an ally, Spider-Man became cautious and got ready his web shooters. Wolverine told Spider-Man to cut off the webs, but Spider-Man refused as he knew that Wolverine was still drunk and would be a loose cannon. The both were shocked to see who emerged from behind the light. It was Nick Fury, but what even shocked them is the two people who were next to him. Johnny Blaze, aka Ghost Rider, and Frank Castle, aka Punisher, were standing beside him. Nick Fury walked down from the helicarrier, approaching both Spider-Man and Wolverine. Spider-Man thought that he would be taken into custody for fighting Wolverine, but Nick Fury assured them that he wants to talk to both of them. He told Punisher to cut the webs that were holding Wolverine. Wolverine, who was still drunk and furious with what Spider-Man did, broke free and chased after Spider-Man. The Punisher tried to stop Wolverine by shooting at him, but Wolverine ignored the shots fired at him. Spider-Man was about to flee from Wolverine when the Ghost Rider took his chains and pinned down Wolverine. With the chains coiled around Wolverine, Ghost Rider slammed him down, knocking him out unconscious. Several hours later, Wolverine woke up in the helicarrier to see Spider-Man, Punisher, Ghost Rider, Nick Fury, and the Fantastic Four already gathered in the meeting room. Wolverine was still puzzled on what happened, went into the meeting room. He saw Spider-Man across the room and was about to unleash his claws when Nick Fury held him down. Fury told him that there are more important things to focus on. At the meeting room, the Fantastic Four's leader, Mr. Fantastic, briefed them on the Negative Zone and Dr. Doom's situation. He added that a year has already passed since the incident of the Quantum Gateway explosion. Mr. Fantastic said that they have been observing movement and disturbances on Earth's seismic activity. He told them that the Negative Zone is a universe parallel to Earth's. The key difference is that the Negative Zone is entirely filled with a pressurized, breathable atmosphere and is negatively charged. The center of the Negative Zone also had a vortex of unspeakable power. However, in the case of Dr. Doom, he knew of the existence of the Molecule Man. The Molecule Man possessed powerful radiation energy, allowing him to warp reality and manipulate atoms. He was sent to the Negative Zone for imprisonment as he was deemed a galactic-level threat. Dr. Doom knew that the Molecule Man was imprisoned near the center of the Negative Zone and decided to use that opportunity to grab the imprisoned Molecule Man for his own self. Spider-Man then asked Reed Richards on what could Doom do even if he does possess the Molecule Man. Richards said that the possibilities are endless. He's unsure of the capabilities of the Molecule Man, but he is certain that Doom will be much more enhanced than his previous self. Richards said that they recently have been observing heavy disturbances and activity near the Negative Zone. He fears that Doom will open back the portal somehow and return back to Earth with a much more deadlier force. He stated that Doom's hometown, Latveria, is still inactive, and no news of Doom there. Fury told the rest of the heroes in the meeting room that he is putting together a team called the Avengers. Their purpose is to defend Earth from any threats, whether it is aliens or supervillains. He added that they are still searching for more allies to join the Avengers. Spider-Man questioned on the recruitment of Ghost Rider and Punisher. A flashback revealed on how Ghost Rider and the Punisher were recruited into Nick Fury's Avengers plan. Ghost Rider was in Los Angeles and hunting down members of the Aryan Brotherhood. The Aryan Brotherhood were planning to raid a neighborhood that were against Nazism. Ghost Rider happened to be in town and overheard their plans when they were in a bar. On the night of the planned attack, the Ghost Rider ambushed the Aryan Brotherhood members and started attacking them. He used his penance stare on them, causing them to be deranged with their guilt. One of the Aryans managed to escape from Ghost Rider and wanted to flee. Before Ghost Rider could capture him, the last Aryan was shot in the head from afar. The shooter came out from the shadows. It was revealed to be the Punisher. The Punisher told the Ghost Rider that his plans of killing the Aryans in his own hands have been ruined. He has been targeting them for some time and wanted to kill the Aryans on his own. Ghost Rider told the Punisher that he too needs to be punished for his sins. Ghost Rider charged to the Punisher on his bike, and the Punisher fired several shots from his sniper at the rider. They both clashed in an intense fight, but they were finally stopped when the Fantastic Four and several agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. arrived. Nick Fury told Ghost Rider and the Punisher that both of them are guilty for killing the Aryans. and that job should have been left to the police instead. He said that while he could arrest both of them for it, he decided to offer them a deal. Become an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they will not face any consequences of their actions. Fury added that there is a greater threat that needs their help to fight with. After the Fantastic Four explained the situation of Dr. Doom to them, Ghost Rider and the Punisher decided to put their differences aside temporarily. Spider-Man and Wolverine then agreed to help out Nick Fury, although Wolverine was unsure of what threat they will be facing. Nick Fury then told them that if they were to face Doom, they're going to need a heavy hitter, someone who can tank their damages without sustaining much damage. Fury said that there is a brilliant scientist by the name of Bruce Banner, who had gone into hiding from the military. He is currently working as a camp doctor in the Amazon rainforest. Fury added that Bruce was able to turn into a powerful green creature called the Hulk, but he lacked self-control when he is in the situation. The Hulk also feeds on his own rage to be stronger and can be easily triggered. Spider-Man said that he heard of the news of someone being exposed to gamma radiation, causing him to possess such powers. But he wasn't sure whether the Hulk will be able to be a team player. Fury told them not to worry and instructed him and Wolverine to persuade the Hulk to join their cause. The duo grumbled at the fact that they were tasked with tracking down the Hulk, but decided to go with the plans. With Spider-Man and Wolverine out to hunt down the Hulk, Nick Fury instructed Punisher to search for the man without fear, Daredevil and his partner Elektra. Fury said that there is activity on hand in New York, and this will be a good opportunity to persuade both of them to join their team. Punisher said that he had some score to settle with Daredevil, and the Hand after their last fight resulted in a stalemate. He said that Daredevil interrupted his mission when he was tracking down the Hand who were attacking Kingpin's cargo. Daredevil disagreed with the Punisher's tactics of killing the Hand members, although they were bad guys, while Punisher felt that the only way of punishment for them is death. Punisher decided to track down Daredevil in New York, whereas Ghost Rider and Fantastic Four plotted their next step to take. Elsewhere in the Negative Zone, Doom is now enhanced with the powers from the imprisoned Molecule Man. The Negative Zone worked differently compared to Earth. On Earth, a minute is equivalent to almost 5 hours in the Negative Zone. As a year has already passed since the incident of Doom being locked in the Negative Zone, almost 3 centuries have passed in the Negative Zone. Doom, who has gained omnipotence and immortality from the Molecule Man's powers, was able to create a quantum gateway from his side, and created a huge army of Doombots and servo guards. During his time in the Negative Zone, Doom traveled to the planet of Arthros, which was the home of Annihilus and Arthrosians. The Arthrosians and Annihilus are a race of insectoids who are bent on world domination. He made a pact with Annihilus to help him with creating a gateway to return back to Earth so that he could control Earth and have his revenge against the Fantastic Four. In return, Annihilus can control the entire universe. Of course, Doom knew that with his omnipotence power, once he gains back Latveria, he is able to overpower Annihilus. With the Quantum Gateway prepared again, Doom opens the portal, and told Annihilus that once his Latverian army of Doombots and servo guards are ready, Annihilus can destroy all of the Fantastic Four and the Defenders of Earth. Back on Earth, Daredevil and Elektra were battling with the Hand at Hell's Kitchen. The Hand were planning to smuggle weaponry to defeat the Kingpin, and Matt Murdock, alongside Karma and Elektra, intercepted them. A full fight ensued between the Hand and the duo. The Hand knew that they will be intercepted, hence they prepared more men than usual to counter the duo. As Daredevil and Elektra were being overpowered, they were shocked to see one by one of the Hand going down after being headshot. Elektra was razed by a sniper bullet, and Daredevil turned around to see the Punisher sniping the Hand and Elektra from the roof. Elektra escaped into the building while Daredevil chased after the Punisher. Punisher knew that the Daredevil was coming after him, and sent up some EMP grenades to incapacitate and stun him. Daredevil sensed that something was amiss when he was near the Punisher's location. He went the other way around and ambushed Frank Castle. However, Frank knew that Daredevil was smart, and he decided to outwit him by shooting him with a taser. Frank then told Daredevil to stand down, as his goal was to inform them of the threat of doom. However, Daredevil didn't believe that the Punisher was telling the truth. The two fought in a tooth-and-nail brawl, but the Punisher managed to get the upper hand. He then chained Daredevil to the roof and told Daredevil to stop fighting him. Daredevil said that he and Elektra were taking out the hand and that the Punisher should not butt into their problems. Punisher said that the problem was bigger than just the hand. Punisher then told of the threat of doom and the negative zone, but Daredevil brushed it aside as a mere lie from the Punisher. Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, removed her invisibility cloak and told Daredevil about the truth of the Punisher's statement. The helicarrier also arrived, and the rest of the Fantastic Four assured him about the situation. Daredevil then gave in, but told the Punisher that he still does not approve of the Punisher's morals and fighting ways. The Punisher merely replied that the alliance will just be a temporary till the Doom threat is eliminated. Daredevil was shocked to see Elektra already in the helicarrier. Elektra told him that after she fled the fight with the Punisher, she ran into the back alley of the streets of Hell's Kitchen. There, she saw a flaming skull on a bike blocking her path. She remembered hearing tales of a man whose skull is ablaze and rides a bike, punishing sinners. They called him the Ghost Rider. Elektra went into battle mode, but Ghost Rider told her to stand down, and that he was not her enemy. Elektra knew that the Rider can easily destroy her and decided to listen to the Rider's demands. After understanding the threat on hand, Elektra followed Ghost Rider back to the helicarrier. Nick Fury then said that now is left to Spider-Man and Wolverine to get the Hulk on their team.